This is my review of Dr. Stone, Chapter 105, The Island's Greatest Beauty. And I think if there is one thing this series has taught me again and again, is do not underestimate women. And our first shot of Koaku was her walking kindly, smiling, holding flowers. And then she brings out a freaking knife and is a ninja gorilla. Suka, adorable, sweet little girl. She's a freaking detective and spy who can apparently talk to animals. And now, sweet, sweet Amaryllis. Her beauty, her feelings were so pure and majestic. I didn't even realize that she squirted water into her eyes to fake cry. I didn't even notice that, honestly, till my second read-through. And I guess I thought there was something familiar about her appearance. I just couldn't really put my finger on it. I figured it out. She's freaking Cleopatra! The last queen of Egypt, who used her beauty and her wits to trick the great general into sparing her kingdom, for a little while at least. I mean, that's literally who she is. She's been doing this whole thing, dolling herself up, being this beautiful, delicate little flower for all these years, just so she could go and freaking kill the jerk master they all worship. Because if they don't, he will turn them into stone. I just love this as a... Oh my god, I love it when she just tries to go after Senku too. She's like, oh my love, you are so beautiful and amazing. And he's like, yeah, I'm not interested. I mean, she was just shocked and horrified. Like, what did I do wrong? What is this strange creature where my charms do not affect him? And of course, no one believed Jen was the leader, which is absolutely hilarious. Seriously, Senku, he just comes out like, yo, where's the Soyuz capsule? After this whole deep plan of how to trick her and follow her and find out the truth, he's like, nah, I'm just going to ask her. Interesting enough, though, they do recognize Soyuz as being from the village. Which is weird because, you know, well, from the island at least, they're descendants of the same group of people, so they shouldn't look that different, but she looks at Soyuz and is like, yep, you're from the island, I can tell right away. I mean, yeah, he has the shield, but she can't really see that, so I'm very curious what is about his appearance that made her say, yep, he's from the village, alright, I can tell, yep. And he just, honestly, they actually say he's been petrified. As soon as she touches him, he just falls to the ground. It's hilarious. Then the whole riot begins at one of the villages, which I say one of because they ask, what village are you from? And at first I thought they just meant, oh, they meant the other island. But no, I think that actually means there are multiple villages that serve different purposes on this island. Which means we get to see more and more of just different lifestyles, how they all live, how they all make their homes. I mean, look at these homes. They're weird. They're up on giant sticks, up on a mountain. I mean, they're literally designed to be as high as possible, and they seem to have these weird balloons or something hanging out of them. And for everything we've seen from this series, there's definitely a reason for all this, and I'm sure it'll be explained. I'm sure we're going to see other villages where other things are set up for their own purposes. And I'm just really excited to see that. Anyway, then they use tear gas, which I'm pretty sure is a war crime, but okay. Of course, he just makes it in all of 5 minutes. And they think he's a sorcerer, again, which makes a certain amount of sense. Then Amaryllis reveals that she actually knows the secret behind the petrifying beam, which... Okay, that'd be nice. Would you mind sharing it with us? And honestly, I don't think this master, this lord of the island, this great god they all fear and worship, I don't think he's the wise man. I don't think he has anything to do with the petrification at all. I don't think he was involved in it way back when. I think he is an idiot. I think he stumbled upon, I don't know, a device or something that still works after all these years somehow or some way, or maybe the cult of the petrification accidentally left behind one of their beams when they visited the island, and he just found it and he's like, I am a god. Fear me, people! I am a god! And he's just been using manipulating them this entire time. I mean, I'm willing to bet you anything. Senku's gonna see the beam, see how it works, and be like, oh yeah, I can turn it off. Just go 1, 2, 3. Now we can't use the beam anymore. I mean, it is entirely possible that this person is... He was a member of the petrification cult. He left so he could go, have a whole harem and an island that worships and serves him. That would make a certain amount of sense. But I do think it's just way more likely that this was just a guy that got lucky. Just an absolute idiot who doesn't understand how this beam works at all, where it came from, or anything about it. And Senku is just going to take him out in all 5 seconds. I mean, this whole thing where Amuro said, please fight by my side, and I really can't imagine it's going to be that much of a fight. Because, I mean, we're facing 2 different situations here. Either, one, they have the petrification beam, and the only thing you can really do is sneak up on him, knock him out, or make an EMP that shuts it down. Or 2, he doesn't have petrification beam, in which case no one's going to follow him, in which case Kohaku alone can go beat him up. 1, 2, 3. Very easy. Say, I can't imagine it's going to be some big, huge 30, 40 chapter arc where they try to take him out slowly and methodically. I almost have to imagine that this is going to be just 1, 2, 3 and he's dead. Worst case scenario I can imagine is they have to sneak in as members of his cult somehow and be his guards for a little while until they can get close enough to the beam to take it out. But even that I couldn't imagine taking more than 5 chapters. But then again, though, they definitely made mention of multiple villages on this island, which has me wondering if maybe they're going to need to somehow form an alliance with the other villages, figure out what they all have, what they all want, what they all need, and find a way to get them all that so they can agree to take on the master. That's going to be interesting, I think. It'd be basically the whole second arc of the series, but 5 times over. That'd actually be pretty funny. Alright, so let me know what you think in the comments section down below. What is their big plan for taking out the master? Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next week, peace.